I would like to introduce myself first of all and what we are going to be covering in this course. So that is all we'll see first. So my name is Shreedhar. So total I have a 10 years of experience in complete databases. Like different databases are involved. Oracle, DB2, SQL Server, Snowflake like that. Involved in different domains like banking, insurance, clinical waste management systems. I'm taking the batches. I'm representing the batches for SQL from past 3, 4 years onwards, especially only SQL batches only. So that is my self brief. According to the teaching experience, so far I trained many batches and many students, especially on SQL database level. This course is going to be covered here. So in deep of knowledge, two parts, SQL and TSQL part. So SQL and then TSQL we are going to be covered here. Transact SQL. This course will take 45 hours, daily 1 hour session. 1 hour session it is Monday to Friday. Saturday is optional. So based on the availability, then in a month, 2 Saturdays, we are going to be cover the complete practical implementation, which we are going to discuss Monday to Friday. So complete practical implementation we are going to discuss on 2 Saturdays in a month. So after this completion of this course, then I am going to be provide you one end-to-end near real-time project. Yes. See here now, all materials, live videos, practical sessions, along with this, so FAQs. So under this course, then we are going to be providing each and every topic wise clear materials, daily video session, practical materials. After the topic completion, then you are going to be get this practical material, additional documents also for your practice purpose. And this one is final document to crack your interviews, FAQs. So based on this observation of 250 interviews in reality, this one is designed. So complete practical oriented questions only and complete all crash questions. Whatever they are going to be asked you or they are going to be hit. So in an enterprise level at the time of interview, those are all we covered in FAQs. So here SQL is how much important it is SQL part. We'll see first of all that one. SQL is a mandatory for all primary technologies. That doesn't matter whatever the technology is primary for you or a Power BI or else a Tableau or a ClickView or a BI or application development or data scientist, data engineer, anything. Must and should SQL is this backbone for all modern technologies. So without SQL, there is no technology. If you don't have a data, there is no data engineer, data scientist, BI application, nothing is there. So that SQL part is crucial or important. So while going to learn this SQL, one basic architecture and so sequential way of learning is important here. Mandatory. Today, if you are neglected this SQL, once if you are entered into the enterprise, then again you have to be come back to this SQL part. It's not a old technology, guys. Nowadays, so many technologies are there: AI, artificial intelligence, data science, data analytics. Those are all backbone is SQL only. Don't think SQL is a old technology. Okay. So if you don't know about this SQL, there is no AI, there is no data science, data engineering, data analytics. So that SQL is a mandatory technology for all. So here one good pattern is there for to learn SQL before going to start. One good mentor is required. Yes, of course, we can find out lot of materials and lot of videos outside, but those are all not to give you the right way of learning of this SQL. It is so proper way. If you are expecting to learn, then proper guidelines is required. So that then we are going to take here two sessions for a demo, complete pre-sessions today and tomorrow same time. We'll see what was the significance of this SQL part, why we require this SQL, and where we are using, how it look like, and what we are going to be talk here, and what we are going to be learn here. That is all. Then we'll see today. Today is complete, just like it is a theoretical part. Tomorrow, then we'll go for practical implementation. We'll see how can we speak with the database. That is, we'll see tomorrow. Yes, before going to learn this SQL part, must and should be required to know, first of all, these topics. So, what is data and data formats? Data presence in databases and data storage solutions, on-premises and cloud storages, familiar data vendors, and why we require SQL and what needs to be learned in SQL part. So why? Because if you are expecting to become a SQL expert, so must and should we should know about the databases or data formats and what is mean by the data first of all. If data is not existed, then industries don't require any kind of SQL developers or any technology. So that first question is here data only. What does it mean by the data? See, the data is unit of information. It is this is a collection of information. If suppose if we are saying about employee, that is employee data, or if we are going to talk about a bank, that is a bank data, or clinical data. So Aadhaar information, Aadhaar ID, Aadhaar number, location. So these are all. So collection of information is called as a data. It is, but it is in a format of different formats: numbers, characters, date, image, video format. Different formats the data we can see nowadays. So Aadhaar information, Aadhaar ID, pure in a number format. Aadhaar name, pure in a character format. Image, see, daily we are taking lot of selfies with right hand and left hand. Nowadays, each and every person have a two, three phones. And what was the meaning of this selfie is, see, today if you are going to take the selfie, then after 6 months, then we can realize. So what happened last 6 months? Yes, image is also describing something here. Image is also storing some data. Video is also storing some data. So if we have a photo or image, 10 years back image, then today then I can realize how beautiful I am at 10 years back. Yes, that is also, image is also describing your data. In different formats, the data will populate. In video, for example, in Hyderabad, each and every signal, cameras are there. So what was the mean of this camera? Daily it's recording. Keep on 24 by 7. So keep on reading it is. So why they place the cameras? What was the intention? Yes, if anything happened, or they can recap this moments. So previous moments, if they want to recap, something is wrong happened. So then whose mistake it is? They can go on, they can predict by the camera or a recording or else. So how many people are jump the signals daily? So that is all then they can recap by the video. That is also the data it is. But see, they can't estimate how many people are staying on the city level based on these cameras. Daily I'm going and coming 10 times in same signal. So if they are recorded 10 times, so 10 records will come down, duplicates will come down here. So again, if they want to analyze how many people are staying in a city, structured data required. See, first of all, what is meant by the data? Data is a unit of information. Anything, take any object in the world. If you are saying something about that object, car color, manufacturer, model, what is that? That is data about a car. Or if you are saying something about a laptop, that is a data about a laptop. In different formats, then we can store or we can collect the data. Okay, fine. See this one. How many formats are existed? Data formats. Structured, unstructured, and then semi-structured format. Structured format in a sense, whatever data in a world, take any data, that data should be come under these three categories only. So first one is structured data. Structured means in a tabular format. Pure, we can fix in tabular format. See ID, name, location. ID, name, and location it is. So when we can come down for this structured format means whenever if we know the type of data, fixed type of data, then we can fix in table format. Other information. See, so 10 years back, the structure is defined. Till we are running with the same structure only. ID, Aadhaar ID throughout India. It should populate in number format only. So new Aadhaar ID, if you are creating, that should be in a format of numbers. It's not going to be changed the type of data. So that type of data only we can fix in a tabular format. Next one, unstructured formatted data. But all data we cannot arrange in tabular format. Why? Because frequently the data type is changing. That type of data then we can't fix in a tabular format like this. For example, all our digital marketing sites, Facebook, maybe I think you are well aware of the Facebook. So if I have a 500 members, friends in Facebook, somebody is asking me what they will post next hour. I don't know what they are going to be post. Why? Because they have a right to post anything else. So image, audio, video, Yes, whatever they want, they can post it. What happened here is the data is frequently changing. Sometimes it is coming in an image format, sometimes it is coming in audio, video. So this type of data is unstructured. There is no fixed type of data. It is that type of data, then we can't arrange in a tabular format. So you believe or not, till it is a 60% is unstructured data is there in the world. 40% only structured. Remaining are all are pure unstructured data. Frequently, type of data will change. So semi-structured data, just simple as it is our log files. So execution log files, something we can see here structured or formatted, something unstructured format it is. These three types of data we can see. Yes, structured data, unstructured, and then semi-structured data it is. Must and should in a world, whatever data if you are taking, that should be come under three formats only. Okay, fine. So the next question is, what is mean by this data storage? So data storage it is. Why we need to store our data? Okay, data is okay, fixed it is. For example, I'm expecting to store my shop data. Why we required to store my data? So today, if you are not recorded, tomorrow then we can't say what happened yesterday. So if I can't say what happened yesterday, then we can't analyze what needs to be happened tomorrow. So that is mean by this data storage. Today, if you are not recorded, then never ever possible to estimate what happened previous. So if we don't know what happened previous, then we can't estimate what needs to be happened future. That's what data must ensure the data to be stored. So if you are in analytics, that is mean by this analysis. Analysis means understand your data, previous data. Based on that analysis or understanding, then they can go for to take the decision makings in business level to improve or to grow or to predict the business. That's what we require here. Data storage is required. That doesn't matter of the scale of the business or volume of the data. For example, take Aadhaar card. So present 140 crore Aadhaar cards are existed in complete country. It is not populated in one day. It's not populated in 1 year. From past 8 to 10 years onward, this data is populated. If they didn't store this data anywhere else, okay, then so each and what happened if they are not stored this all each and every Aadhaar card information, if they didn't store, what happened? Each and every person will create 10 different Aadhaar cards for different illegal activities or different activities. They are going to be prepared 10 Aadhaar cards. One person can create 10. Now, but not like that. They are already stored. Complete our Aadhaar information. Today, if I am entered to create one more Aadhaar, definitely they are going to be catch me. Right. What happened here? They are already stored. How many crores of data? 140 crore records. Each and every person they are already stored a data. If they are not stored, then they can't maintain or they can't control this data in. So that is what storage is required. Mandatory. That doesn't matter of the scale. Simple small business is there. Take a business. Simple business it is. Very small business and like Pani Puri Bandi. CM. Simple small business. Okay. So this business is also required analysis. Yes, of course, it is a pani puri bandi. Yes, of course, it is a business, small business. Yes, must and should. Every data or every business in the world, analytics are required. Analysis means understand the business is required. Otherwise, so they can't run the business. But see here, this person don't require any kind of specialized systems, employees to store their data. But why? Because this person don't have a capacity to maintain environments, infrastructures. So simple, this person can store in Excel format. Yes, he have some idea, and now he is expecting to track the business daily, what is going on in business level, how many customers are coming, what they are purchasing, how much product daily we are preparing, how much it is selling. This all information he is expecting to analyze. So daily, that is what manually he can go and he can enter into Excel sheet. But take one more business. This business is called as a bank. Bank is also business. One branch in one city. How many transactions will happen? Lakhs of transactions will happen. Lakhs. Lakhs of transactions will happen in one branch in one city. Throughout city in one day or just 1 hour. Billions and trillions of transactions will happen. Throughout the world, how many transactions will happen? In 1 hour, trillions of transactions will happen. These are all trillions of transactions if they want to record and analyze. It's a very toughest part. It's never ever possible to remind manually and by mind. It's never possible. If it is a small business, you don't require any system. You can remind by mind. Yes, how many people are coming, how much we are purchasing. You can store in brain. But if it is a bank, is it possible to store in a mind? It's never ever possible it is. Or we can control nowadays these bank transactions manually. No, not possible it is. 20 years back, 30 years back, these many banks are not there. These many transactions are not there. So that they recorded each and everything manually in books. Not now. Now we can't maintain the banking system. We can't organize the banking system manually. Complete automation it is. So that storage is required here. In a bank, lot of transactions will happen. Accounts, loans, insurance, policies. So once if you have an account, one person, where this person is going to be rendered, we can't say. Lot of possibilities are there to done our transaction nowadays. We can do it by bank or ATM center, net banking application, phone banking application, UPIs, third party UPIs. Wherever we did a transaction, immediately the transaction needs to be catched by the bank. Otherwise, lot of fights will happen if they are not storing. So transactions and lot of fights will happen. So that storage is important. Yes, where we can store this data. Okay, take a business and take a storage. According to the volume of transactions, according to the business, where we can store this data, where we can keep securely this data. Yes, not today. So after 1 year also, I can see. So after 2 years also, I want to see that data. So see, simple example. Take a network communications like a Geo, Airtel. So like this. So they need to maintain. So from the day start onwards, from the day SIM issued, So that day start onward, they need to maintain a date. So at least 4 months or 10 months, they need to maintain a data. What is going on in SIM? Messages, incoming calls, so outgoing calls, WhatsApp, what you are doing, Facebook, every transaction. Why? Because if something is happened, they need to submit it to the government or so police department. The networks, all they need to submit all transactions in our phone. They need to submit it to the bank. Sorry, so investigation department. How much so data they need to maintain in one day? How many transactions will happen in geo? Trillions of transactions will happen. These are all if they want to store securely at least 4 months. So how much biggest data, how much volume of storage they required. So based on that, according to the system we are talking, not outside. See here, two major systems are there to store our data inside in a system. First one is files, second one is databases. File system and database. Nowadays, lot of file formats are available to store our data. Document, Excel, PDF, PPT, and then JPEG. Yeah, this is all we are all are familiar. So selfies in what format, that is also file. Which format it is? Pure JPEG format, image format. Different file formats are available nowadays to store our data manually or automation also. But here, advantages to disadvantages both are there. What is the advantages? So file we can move from one place to other place. If it is a file, Excel file, copy paste is very simple. One drive to other drive, cut and paste it. Or if it is a PDF document, for example, best example is resume preparation. How we are going to be prepare a resume? First of all, open previous all sample resumes, 10 resumes. Copy whatever we are interested, copy and paste it into our document. Simple. Copy paste is very simple. So what is mean by this is load is very simple. We can load data in files. So very easy way then we can load it. These two are advantages. Data load and so please migration or not migration. Movement is very simple. File movement. How file level data look like? Different file formats. The data look like this. Yes, all of you online guys. Please share your mail IDs and phone numbers in chat box. Then only then I can share with you this basic fundamental understanding content today's video. Along with this content, what we are going to be cover in this course level. So in deep of content I will share with you. Please go and provide your mail IDs and phone numbers in chat box. Right. Come to the topic. See how the data look likes in files. The data look likes in files like this. In Excel format or a PDF format or else a text format. See this one? It is a text file. And this one is Excel file. We can see this format here. Excel file, then text file, then this one is also Excel file like this PPT, PDF. So yes, of course, this is all content related to SQL part. So this was the data. Yes, some data about SQL. Of course, this is also the data. For example, our resume. Resume is also data. Here, like this and this one. Which format? Image format. Yes, here we are going to explain something about SQL. See here, SQL functions. So few points we are going to be present in a format of image. Yes, of course, this is also the data like this. So the data will present in Excel format, text format, and doc format. So see this one, image format, some data is there. So and PDF format, some data is there. So this one is called as the image. So PPT, PDF, Word, like this, different formats we can store our data. Fine. It look like this. File formatted data, text file data, Excel file format data, PPT. Yes, this one is the presentation, SQL demo. I'm going to be present the data in pure PPT format. It is about SQL introduction. But two advantages, disadvantages also there. Okay, if it is a file, all data we can't store in a files. For example, huge volumes of data, Hadoop data. For example, take a bank. Trillions of transactions will happen here. For each and every branch, we are provided one Excel. How many Excels required for one day? Crores of Excel sheets are required to store their data. That doesn't matter how they are storing manually or automation, whatever it is. How many Excel sheets are required? Crores of Excels are required. These are all crores of Excels if they want to maintain. It's never possible it is. And Excel also have these are all files having some sort of limitations to control a data. Whenever if you have a huge volumes of data is existed, trillions of records, file can't handle it. And also it is a very toughest part to analyze if it is a file. Yes, 10 years onwards we are storing data in file. Today I am expecting to extract one record. So how much time it will take? Conditional based verification is not possible here to retrieve your data. That is a disadvantage. And also relations, one file to other file, physically we can't make the relation inside of the system. Yes, basic fundamental relation. Department information, employee. Department data is existed in one file. Employee is existed in one file. So we know manually employees are related to department, but physically then we can't relate file to file. According to system, we can't relate it. Whenever if you don't have a relation, duplications will happen, redundancy will happen. So that to avoid such kind of things, they introduce this one more tool is called as database. It is. Yes, database is nothing but it is the container to store or to manage our data securely years and years in one place. Simple in one place. We can maintain. So that doesn't matter of the volume of data, how many records it is. 10 crores, 100 crores, 140 crores records. All Aadhaar card information they can store in one place only. So not only storage, that doesn't matter from where it is coming and we can load anywhere else. So finally, then we can place in one place, not only the storage, then we can see lot of advantages once if we are going to be maintain our data inside of the database. So these are all our advantages of that. See it? Organization and storage is very easy. And effective data retrieval. This is major important. 10 years onwards, other cards are creating and we are storing in one place. If I want to extract just my record, I want to see today my information, other information. Based on what we are going to be set here, based on Aadhaar ID, how many records are existed, how much data is there here. 140 crore Aadhaar cards are existed. In 140 crore Aadhaar cards, my card information needs to extract here how much time it will take. Within fraction of seconds, it needs to display the data. Otherwise, then so we can't enter into the site again. For example, see, Flipkart is a website. See this Flipkart website. So Flipkart is selling billions of products. Billions of products it is selling. If I'm going to be search with one product, women shoes, how much time it is taking to get back the product? Fraction of seconds only. All shoes information it is showing in a beautiful way. For suppose if it is taking, my request is taking a 5 minutes, keep on rendering this website to show this data. I never enter into this site again. Right or wrong? Fastest data retrieval is required. That is the point advantage for the database. Security and data integrity. Data integrity in a sense, uniform data. To maintain the uniform, proper data or a valid data, uniformed data, to maintain, then database is required here. See how it looks like the database level data. Database inside data presents like this. It is going to be support relational database management systems or DBMS. Database means it is a container wherever we are storing our data, that is called as database. Relational database or DBMS system. Object to object we can make relations. So all our DBMS systems will support to store our data or to maintain our data either in two-dimensional format or in multi-dimensional format only. Two-dimensional means table format, rows and columns arrangement. Multi-dimensional means complete, it is a cube arrangement data. See here, complete, it is a cube arrangement. So two systems are there. According to the requirement, they are going to be select where they are expecting to load their data, either in file or inside of the database. But we need not to manufacture the database. Why? Because database vendors are there. These are vendor means organizations. IBM, Oracle, Microsoft, Snowflake, Postgre. These are all our familiar databases. MariaDB, MongoDB, Cassandra, and Oracle, Teradata, IBM DB2. So different organizations are providing this tool to use. Simple, if I want to travel one place to other place, I need not to manufacture a bike. So many organizations are providing so many bikes here. Bike functionalities, we can travel one place to other place. How many bikes are available? Lot of companies, lot of bike models. Harley Davidson, Royal Enfield, Activa, so Bajaj, Pulsar, lot of bikes are there. But why the people are not purchasing only one bike? So many bikes are available. Why all people are not purchasing Royal Enfield only? Why all people are not purchasing Activa only? Somebody are purchasing Activa, somebody are purchasing Royal Enfield. Why? Because based on a requirement here. Before going to purchase the tool, first we should calculate or observe our requirement. According to that, then we are going to be purchase the bike here. Same way, organization is going to be decided the tool. Which tool we want to use? Either Oracle database or SQL Server database or else a MariaDB or a MongoDB, Cassandra. They will decide it. All are databases only. For what? So for to store a data. Database is nothing but here organized collection of data, and it is going to be stored in so different ways in a table format, view format, but it is organized. Organized collection of data arrangement is called as database. Simple purchase this tool and then go and manage the tool or store your data inside of this database. Same here also. As it is like as bikes, lot of databases are available. Some companies are going to be use Snowflake. Some organizations are going to be use DB2, SQL Server, or MySQL, Oracle. So, but functionality is the same. Functionality won't be vary. What is the database functionality? Yes, in one place it can maintain or manage the data securely. So then it can manage it. Whatever they want, they can purchase and they can organize their data or maintain their data inside of that database. So, but here, okay, fine. Database is selected and database is decided. Data is also decided to store in database. But if you are expecting to speak with the database, our Telugu, Hindi, Tamil, Japanese database can't understood. Database only understood SQL language only. This is the language to speak with your relational database management systems. Yes, for example, one person purchased bike, Royal Enfield, or else an Activa. So if they want to use an Activa, what we require? Driving is required, or else a Pulsar, any bike. What we required to travel one place to other place with this bike? Driving required. If we don't know the driving, then we can't use this bike. Same process here also. If we want to handle this database, SQL we require. SQL is a language to speak with our database. Anything if you want to say, then must and should what we require is pure structured query language is required. This is introduced IBM Corporation in 1970s. Initially they call it as a SQL. Then after they are included this SQL in ANSI standard. Now they call it as a SQL. It is SQL means structured English query language. SQL means there is no English, structured query language only. For what? For to communicate with the database or for to speak with the database. Okay. Once if you know this SQL to handle with the database or to speak with the database, then we can talk with any database, any RDBMS. So why? Because see, I know driving, how to drive a bike. From 10 years onwards, I am using Pulsar. Today I want to be purchase Royal Enfield. From today onwards, I want to be use Royal Enfield. Driving will not vary. Why? Because I know I am expert in driving. From past 10 years onwards, I am using Pulsar in city. I know how to drive. Driving will not vary. What varied here is tool varied. Royal Enfield, heavy bike, more weight, double engine, more CC. Yes, if I run with this bike also 1 week, 10 days, yes, we can go smooth with that bike also. But driving is not going to be very. Same way here also, SQL is a common for all RDBMS systems. It is a ANSI standard language. Little bit of syntactical variations will happen database to database, but basic fundamental speak or query writings are common in all databases. That was the way then we are going to be learn this SQL part. Why? Because most of the case the data will be presented inside of the database only. See, daily data volume is increasing in Vault. Once the data volume is increasing, data retrieval challenge will raise. If they want to handle the data smooth, so then must and should they required structured data required or databases required. So that most probably, so 90% we should touch. That doesn't matter what primary technology you are, which is your primary technology, or a programming language, or a BI, so or a data scientist or a data analyst, must and should in backend level, we should touch day start onwards with the data only. So, so the data is going to be stored here. The very best approach for to store huge volumes of transactions nowadays in each and every business level, we can see more and more transactions are happening. These are all transactions if they want to control by the automation, must and should in backend side they require databases. Organized way collect the data, store a data, secure our data. Years and years we can manage like this. So that so SQL is important here. So and slow down, then we are going to be become an expert like this, step by step. And with basic to advanced, okay, we'll start basic query writings. Then after keep going forward, then we are going to see the complex queries. How can we write? How can we handle optimizations? So like this, then we are going to be learn in this course. Complete this course is patternized 45 sessions. And all these are all we are going to be covered in this course level with along with programming skills. TSQL part, stored procedures, cursors, triggers, dynamic SQL, common table expressions. So, and I will show you this complete how the real code is going to be developed from scratch to advanced. And if they are providing in enterprise level existing code, how can we handle that existing code for enhancements or query tunings? That is all we are going to discuss here. Now, this was the commitment for this course. 45 hours. This course will cover all these topics in deep will cover. Like this, then you are going to be get the materials. See these materials for practicals for each and every topic wise material you are going to be get like this in deep material and practical session and whatever we are going to be discuss For that, then complete practical queries and keys also. Practical, these are all we can't find out outside. You can't find out outside. So these are all our queries and answers also. Then I will provide you keys. Those are all we call it as a keys. Keys also I will provide for each and every topic wise, like this. So after the confirmation, so after this confirmation, once the batch is started, then there are going to be create a WhatsApp group like this. In WhatsApp group, then we can communicate each and everything. So daily, then I'm going to be provide you this topic wise screenshots, materials, and then discussion. Whatever doubt if you have while practice, then you can hit me direct on WhatsApp also. We'll see how the batches is going to be run here in a regular process. So this was the new batch recently completed. 11 a.m. batch is recently completed this. So I will show you that batch how it was followed. See this batch. This was the way then you are going to be get this daily after the session completion. So topic video uploaded to the drive, then you are going to be getting drive everything. See almost here and 27 or 25 members are existed. Each and every topic wise, then you are going to be get this slide for to recap easily. And here then we can discuss all any doubts, whatever doubt you have, then we can go and we can discuss any group like this. So daily we are going to be record these sessions like this, query and video. Each and every referential query also. These are all our query files. All query files, video, daily video you are going to be get like this. FAQs for your to crack your interview yourself. I will show you that FAQs also. See, this was the document for FAQs. This document more than enough for your practice. See this one, 300 plus queries are existed, more than 300 plus queries. So more than 300 plus queries complete a practical oriented. All are crash questions which they are going to be hit on direct on interviews. So there's crash questions, then you can see here. All questions related to all topics. So related to all topics, then you can see all like this. So related to the joins, subqueries, and some sort of complex joins. So I see this. This is the code behind. So question, query, and your output. Everything is there here. 300 plus more than 300 plus queries are existed. These are all queries we are going to be discussed. So this course is going to be covered on last after the finish of all topics with along with the project also. Then after that, then I will give you this complete knowledge on pure AI. See this one, artificial intelligence tools. How can we use for to handle your works in a reality? SQL with AI. How can we handle this AI tools? These are the topics we are going to be cover. I will cover this one 2 hours for to write your queries or to start your career or to modeling effectively to create a model effective and tunes. So how can we tune your query optimizations? So those are all we are going to be covered with AI tools. So last 2 hours then I will cover after the completion of this complete course. Why? Because at least we should know the topics, at least basic fundamentals. Then only then we can cover those tools. So with AI, how can we faster than we can build our queries? So or rectify our queries or tune our queries, creates creation of the models. That is all then we are going to be discuss with last with AI tools. Okay. So this is the commitment, and you can see for the recent batch also almost it's happened 45 sessions, almost 48 sessions are there based on and till coming Saturday we are going for the project and AI tools explanation. So the same way, and this course will move forward. So who are not shared your mail IDs, phone numbers, please share your mails and phone numbers. Then only then you can get this first demo session video and along with documentation. Content, series content, I will share with you today. Please go through this. Yeah. So this was the content. Each and every topic was almost 28 topics are existed here. In deep of content, it is what we are going to be commit for every topic wise. Almost we you can see here, yeah, 28 topics. So project explanation, day-to-day activities, real-time data environment, how it look like, and challenges and performance tune it is. Query performance tuning. These are all we are going to be discuss here daily. So this was the commitment for this course. And don't neglect this SQL if you are strong in SQL part. So definitely you can handle your primary technologies. But mandatory, whatever your primary technology, at least 10 to 15 minutes of SQL skills they will verify in interviews. Yes, that is mandatory. It is at least 10 to 15 minutes SQL skills they are going to be checked. Either you are a BI developer, Power BI, data engineer, or a .NET developer, Java developer, any designation it is, developer designation. They are going to be test 10 to 15 minutes of SQL skills. Yes, if you have any questions, please raise your queries, guys. No queries? Okay. Thank you. Thanks for to attend this demo, first demo. And tomorrow, same time, we'll see this practical implementation of this. How can we write queries? Practically, how can we speak with the databases? That is, we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, all of you guys.
Okay. Thanks.